Hey everyone, Derek Halpern here, the founder of SocialTriggers.com, and today you're going to learn about the sales killer that I call the customer coma. Okay, let's just look at it like this. If you lull people asleep, how can you expect them to not wet themselves, let alone pull out their wallet and buy something from you? You can't. What you can do is make sure you're not putting people to sleep though, okay? And we're going to have more on that in just a minute. First, what is the customer coma? And how do people accidentally put their customers in it? Well, have you ever stumbled on an article, read the first few sentences and clicked away without finishing it? Or have you ever started watching a video and stopped it after just a few seconds? Why? You may think, well, that wasn't interesting, or you may think that didn't apply to me, or you may think I already know this. So you left in an effort to save some time. It makes sense. I'm not going to blame you. But in reality, what happened is this, okay? You stopped yourself dead in your tracks as a survival mechanism. Okay? You knew that if you continued, you'd pass out on your keyboard. And you stopped yourself because you know letters imprinted on your face isn't a good look. So you stopped yourself. You clicked away. You saved yourself some time. That's the customer coma. Okay? But what triggers it? And are you doing it in your business by accident? Well, here's the deal. You may think that bad content or just plain old being boring is the cause. But that's not the whole problem. It's only part of the problem. There are some other things that put people in the customer coma. And as a matter of fact, there are 3 things that put people in the customer coma. And I'm going to go through each of them right now. The first thing is being boring. As I said, being boring is part of the problem. But here's a little secret. You don't need to be interesting to not be boring. Sit on that for a second. You don't need to be interesting to not be boring. Okay? The second thing is what I call toning it down syndrome. What's that? Well, back when I first started writing and creating content and marketing materials to sell products and services, I'd write something and after the fact, I'd tone it down so I didn't offend anyone. What I did there was lose my personality and my readers, and you know what? I lost some customers too. How dumb is that? You know, but we'll just say that for another day. The last thing that causes the customer coma is the most prevalent. What is it? It's the failure to open what George Lowenstein calls the information gap. Okay? Here's the short of it. When there's a gap between what people know and a gap between what people want to know, they desperately seek to close that gap. It's a compulsion. And since you made it this far into the video, you know that it works. Think about it. How did I start this video off? I said you're going to learn about the sales killer called the customer coma. Gap successfully opened. What's the sales killer? And what the heck is a customer coma? You kept watching because you wanted answers. You wanted to close that gap. Okay? Now, I could have let out and said something like, you can get more sales if you're not boring, show your personality, and create curiosity. And what would you have done? Think about it. What would you have done? You stopped watching. Boring. I don't want to watch that. I just told you everything I'm going to tell you. That's not going to make you watch a video. I would have lost you before I even had a chance to win you over. Okay? But now, you're wondering, aside from those 3 things, how can you ensure that you never put your customers into the customer coma? For that, I'll open another gap. There's a surefire way for you to captivate your customers and keep them hanging on your every word. And to do that, you've got to learn about what Sally Hogshead calls the 7 Fascination Triggers. And I've got your back there. I recorded a short discussion with Sally Hogshead where we go through each trigger, why it's important, and of course, how you can use it in your business. You're going to love it. It's packed with usable techniques that you can apply into your content and marketing materials instantly. All right? And just for a taste, in this discussion with Sally, you're going to learn how Marilyn Monroe captivated the world with what's known as a wet voice. And then you'll see how you can apply it in your business. Okay? You're going to learn how to keep people on the edge of their seats, waiting for whatever it is you're selling, and then happily buying it from you with little to no questions. All right, and my favorite, you're gonna learn why people do things they're not supposed to do and how you can take advantage of it to pull in more sales, okay? There's a red button, guess what? It says don't press it, I'm pressing that button. We like to do bad things, all right? And you're also gonna learn much more. But here's why you got to listen to this discussion right now. You'll find that everything we talk about is backed up by data. Sally Hogshead pulled together a data set of more than 75,000 people, and that's how she came up with these fascination triggers. So this isn't just opinion, it's fact. To access this discussion, just scroll down below this video and follow the directions. If you're watching this on YouTube, all you've got to do is come to socialtriggers.com or click the link below this video in the description and access the never before released discussion with Sally Hogshead, all right? So thank you for watching this video. Get access to the Sally Hogshead call now. You don't want to miss it.